The Eagles Cardinals.
Yeah, the Eagles Cardinals game. Yeah. I know I'm missing a 4 o'clock game.
The Cardinals trounced the Eagles. They killed them.
They punched them.
They stuffed those birds.
Thunder punch.
I mean, Vic yesterday, he just has not looked good all year. I don't care if they're 2-1. Vic has not played well all year. He had 9 turnovers going into the game, and that's not even including the ones he had in this game. I mean, he was only 17 of 37 for 217 yards. He was less than 50%. Missed 20 passes.
Well, you know, they always say you want your quarterback to be 2-1 in touchdown-interception ratio. Well, Michael Vick's 2-1, but the wrong way. 6 picks, only 3 touchdown passes. As a team, they do not seem like they know how to hold on to the ball.
The guy's got at least 4 fumbles.
Well, he had 2 losses yesterday. They had 3 losses as a team. I mean,
I think he has at least 4 though on the season.
Let me see if I can find that. Right now, it's only giving me his quarterback stats. So, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I'll figure this out. I got this. Man, I feel off today, man. Eric, I feel like our show's a little off today. A little off right now. We need some more energy. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sports Zone on ClubZone.fm. We're talking Eagles Cardinals right now. If you want to call in and react to how the Eagles look, 201-430-2119.
It's just hard to get excited about. Well, I mean, I should, as a Giants fan, get excited about the Eagles getting beat. But they've looked that bad. I can't believe that they were even 2-0 going into this game, and they beat a team like the Ravens last week.
I still can't believe they beat the Ravens last week either.
I mean, with all their turnovers, their turnovers have finally caught up to them, though, because Arizona was able to capitalize on them.
Well, me and you talked about this on the ride down here. First things first, he only has 2 fumbles lost on the year, which is surprising to me. I thought it'd be worse. 4 total fumbles, but only 2 lost.
Hey, and did you know Larry Fitzgerald was actually in the building yesterday?
He was. He helped my fantasy team, ladies and gentlemen.
Because he hasn't done that much this season.
9 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown.
He actually showed up to the ballpark, and look at what happened.
If you add up game 1 and 2, he had 5 catches, 67 yards. This week he gave you 9 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, look.
He was everything you need him to be and more.
And me and Eric were talking about this on the ride down here today, and I think one of the biggest moments in the game was at the end of the first half. Kerry Rhodes, MVP of the game, ladies and gentlemen, makes 2 huge plays on back-to-back moments. First things first, Deshaun Jackson gets hit across the middle. Kerry Rhodes stands him up.
The 1-yard line.
At the 1-yard line. Stands him up. No TD for you, my friend. So next play. Eagles line up. Vic steps back. Vic looks to his right. Kerry Rhodes comes around the edge from his left. Whack! Catches Vic. Ball fumbles. 99 yards the other way. Touchdown, Arizona. 14-point swing, and at that point, you might as well just called it a game.
Yeah.
Might as well just called it a game at that point.
Vic might as well just stayed on the ground at that point.
Oh, my God. I felt so bad. I mean, I almost feel bad for this guy within reason. He takes such a beating. This Philadelphia Eagle team, which is sad to say, looks almost identical to what you saw last year. They really do. They look like a team
with the exception of Vic's turning the ball even more now this year than he did last year.
And last year, I think one of their biggest knocks was they almost looked like they could care less. They really did. They almost look like that they're only into the game once they're trailing, or once things start going bad against them. And I don't get how they didn't learn their lesson from last year. But the simple fact of the matter is, the NFL, every game does matter. Now, I completely agree being 0-1, 0-2 it isn't as big of a deal if you can pull off a win or two following that. But every game does count in this league. Every conference loss counts. Every division loss counts. This is a in-conference loss. The Eagles are now 2-1 with their first conference game being a loss. They beat Cleveland and Baltimore before this. Now, don't get me wrong. Baltimore win was big. But when it comes down to playoff standings it means nothing. You're worried about your conference games and your division games. The Giants are now 2-1 in their conference, 0-1 in the division.
The Eagles get their first crack at the division next week, playing the Giants
Sunday night.
football.
Oh, can't wait. I don't think the Eagles stand a chance right now. Now, if the Giants come out and you tell me that Nick still isn't playing and Bradshaw still isn't playing, even though Brown still looks good enough, I wouldn't be too worried about it.
If the game was on Sunday, Knicks would have played this week.
This past week, yeah.
Yeah, it's because the game was just so, it was only 3 days off. They couldn't afford to put him on the field. He'll be fine given 10 days off for next Sunday night.
And I agree with you. I think he will be as well. I just think when I look at that when we get to talking about that game on Friday, I really think it's one of those situations that's going to be a punch in the mouth kind of game, and it's going to go back and forth. But either which way, ladies and gentlemen, the Arizona Cardinals are 3-0. How for real are they? Not sure. We'll get into those kind of conversations tomorrow. Today's a recap day.
Yeah.